Hello everyone and welcome to our weekly comic preview, the show where we will fill you in on a couple of our selected comics that are arriving in store this Wednesday. First up this week we have a mashup of epic proportions with the first issue of Army of Darkness Xena Warrior Princess. After witnessing her 1,000-strong army fall to an unstoppable ancient evil, Xena summons the only ally who stands any hope of helping her prevent the end of the world. Unfortunately, that ally is the womanizing, ass-kicking, time-travelling wise-ass known as Ash. Using a page from the Necronomicon, Xena summons Ash with his signature boomstick and chainsaw combo to help her turn the tide and defeat the undead evil that plagues the land. Next up we have the first issue of a new comic from one of our favourite video game franchises called Assassin's Creed Locusts. Set in the stunning world of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, we follow the story of New Yorker Tommy Grayling as he dives into the sordid underworld of Victorian London. Teaming up with Evie Fry and Henry Green, Tommy comes ever closer to retrieving one of the fabled pieces of Eden that has the potential to change the world. Third in line this week, we have another incredible collision of worlds with the first issue of Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York. As if one Kurt Russell wasn't enough to save the day, this comic sees Jack Burton and his big rig pulled into the post-apocalyptic world of Snake Plissken. It's not long before Jack begins causing trouble, and with his uncanny likeness to Snake, the local gangs are soon on both their tails. With Snake's ruthless precision and Jack's dumb luck, will our heroes even be able to stand each other long enough to get themselves out of this sticky situation? Fourth up we have Cage Issue 1. Coinciding with the release of the new Luke Cage Netflix series, this comic sees the chain-wearing hero patrolling the mean streets of Harlem. When all the superheroes around town start to disappear, Cage begins to suspect that something is amiss, and to make things worse, Misty Knight has also gone missing along with the rest of the police force. As Cage follows the case, it's not long before he finds himself tangling with some of the city's most dangerous villains. Next up we have the first issue of Champions. In the aftermath of the second superhuman civil war, the world has become disillusioned with its heroes. After leaving the Avengers for similar reasons, Miss Marvel, Nova and Spider-Man strike out on their own. Joined by Cyclops, Vision and the totally awesome Hulk, these 6 heroes set about making a new team that they believe stands for everything heroes should, a team of champions. Our 6th comic this week is issue 1 of The Death of Hawkman. Residing on Earth and out of the hero game, Adam Strange finds himself trying to live a normal life until he's literally pulled back into the adventure again when a seemingly normal Zeta Beam transmission returns him to the planet Ran, where he hopes to be reunited with his beloved Alana. But instead he finds the once great city of Ranagar in ruins with millions dead, and the once peaceful Alana is now calling for the blood of Ran's oldest enemy, Thanagar, home of the Hawkmen. Sensing something amiss, Strange finds an ally in Hawkman, who is also trying anything possible to avert war. 7th up this week, we have another ominously titled comic in The Death of X, issue 1. 8 months ago, Black Bolt, the then leader of the Inhumans, unleashed a Terrigen cloud upon planet Earth. Whilst the cloud helped Inhumans unlock their abilities, it has now become apparent that it is deadly to mutants. As the Inhumans travel to Japan, where a cloud has created a shocking new Inhuman, the X-Men travel to Mir Island to discover something truly terrible about the cloud. When these two events collide, a war of catastrophic proportions explodes. Next up we have something from Image Comics in the form of Green Valley issue 1. Set in a medieval type world, the story follows the journey of a disgraced group of 4 knights, once friends, as they are given one last chance at redemption. Tasked with killing a wizard and slaying his dragons, there's only one other problem. There's no such thing as wizards, dragons don't exist, and nothing is as it seems in the town of Green Valley. Finally this week, we have another awesome crossover featuring 2 of our favourite 80s cartoons with the first issue of HeMan Thundercats. In a story that has been 30 years in the making, we see Mum-Ra questing for a weapon of legendary power that will rival the Sword of Omens so he can destroy the Thundercats once and for all. With his sights on He-Man's Sword of Power, Mum-Ra concocts a dimension-spanning scheme and unknowingly sets in motion a cataclysmic crisis that will embroil the heroes and villains of both universes in this mind-blowing 6-part saga. One more thing for all you Harley Quinn fans out there, we also received a special cover version of Harley Quinn Rebirth issue 1. Limited to only 4,000 copies worldwide, this is a must-have for any of you hardcore Harley fans. Okay, that's all our suggestions this week everybody. For the full list of this week's comics you can check out our Facebook page, and for regular updates on the store you can follow our Twitter at the Geek-Aboo. Also, don't forget, next time you're in store, when you buy 3 to 4 comics, you'll get 10% off, and 5 or more comics will get you a whole 15% off. Thanks for watching everybody, and we'll see you next week.